أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. يقول الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتون إلا وأنتم مسلمون وقال كذلك يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا فإن الأصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. My respected brothers and sisters, we wanted to talk just briefly about a few ayats in the Quran, the beginning of Surah Al-Yusuf. And Surah Al-Yusuf is, we're actually going to start the tafsir of Surah Al-Yusuf on Sundays. So this is kind of like an extended like marketing campaign for the Sunday class. Starts at 12:30. So we're just going to share a few ayats because in the month of Ramadan, it usually brings us back as Muslims to the Holy Quran, right? Like if you're fasting the month of Ramadan, you're doing a beautiful thing. But if you're not increasing the amount of Quran that you are reading and trying to memorize Allah's book, then you are doing yourself a disservice. Not just in the month of Ramadan, but the month of Ramadan is like the platform, how we launch into the rest of our year. So if we don't take this opportunity, when we all heard the hadith that the shaitan is locked up, right? So if we don't take the opportunity now for self-improvement, then between Shawwal and Sha'ban, it's going to be hard for us to find that self-improvement, because this is when we should be at our peak, right? Because we're fasting the entire day, we're making our prayers in the masjid, we're doing extra prayers in the masjid. You know, most of the days we try to do all of the prayers in the masjid and the extra prayers. We know sometimes in the middle days, you know, we be like, I need a break. I've been late to work every day. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Allah gives us a certain kind of enthusiasm for the religion. And the most important part of this religion should be our relationship to Allah, right? So we know that the deen from a fiqh point of view is broken down into two, right? You got your ibadat and your mu'amilat, And so your ibadat is what you have to do to fulfill your duty with Allah. You got your fasting in the month of Ramadan. You got your 5 daily prayers. You got paying zakat. You have Hajj and Umrah. Those types of acts of worship. That's to increase our relationship with our Lord. It's for our benefit. Like, we should never think that Allah told us to pray 5 times a day because it's going to help him out in any shape or way or form. Or Allah has told us to fast. It's your fast. If you fast or don't fast, Allah is not going to benefit or be harmed by that act. That is totally for our benefit. Everything in this religion was revealed because it either is a total benefit or the benefit outweighs the harm. And everything that we are forbidden from doing, we are forbidden because it either is totally harmful or the harm outweighs the benefit. And that's how we look at the religion in general. So we have what we're going to do with our Lord is our half of our religion. And the other half is how we treat each other. Sometimes it's translated as social contracts. But how does a husband treat his wife? How does a wife treat her husband? How does a child treat his parent? How does a parent treat their child? That's all very, very important. It forms half of this religion. But the most important half is your relationship with Allah. And the month of Ramadan is sent 1 month out of every lunar year to improve that relationship. And one of the ways that we have to improve it is by taking the time to make sure, okay, let me start reading the Quran more. Because, you know, it's kind of like if you got a text message. If a brother got a text message, every brother in here been text messaged by their wife one time, right? This is like just what we all done went through this, and you didn't answer the text. And then you get home, she say, you didn't see that text? Oh yeah, I saw it, I just didn't respond, right? You know, when you do that, you're definitely gonna be in the doghouse, right? You be like, she called, you saw the missed call, you didn't call back. You get home and you gotta hear about it, right? So this is just our relationship with our spouse. That a good, attentive husband, if the spouse calls, the spouse texts, they're gonna respond. Okay, I saw I got a missed call, let me call back. Ooh, she called 15 minutes ago, let me call back. My phone was in the desk. Oh man, 20 minutes ago, let me call back. Like that's part of what we do with our spouses. And that's out of the love we have for our wives, right? We don't want them to call and we missed the call, might have been something. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's not that important. But we don't want it to be the one time when it was an emergency, know what I'm saying? And you know, you missed the call. So you say, okay, every time she calls, I'm gonna return that phone call. And that's a man's relationship with his wife. And now you say, did your Lord, who created you and guided you, sent you a book 1,400 years ago, and you never open it up and you never read it? Now, if you don't have a wife, then you're not getting text messages. You're not getting phone calls from your wife. Like, that's a special kind of phone call. Like anybody else, you could be like, you know, I'll put it on I ain't got to answer that. But if it's your wife, you be like, I got to answer this call, right? Now, what are we going to look like on the day of judgment if we say, I took all my wife's calls, even when I wasn't feeling good, even when I had a headache from fasting, but I never read the Quran. I never opened up the book. The book was collecting dust. The book, and this is why we're saying this, because Allah has to be the most important to each and every individual who can hear my voice. Allah has to be the most important. And that's not to say your mom's not important, your husband's not important, your dad's not important, your wife's not important. But when it comes to your mentality, nothing could be more important than Allah. But we can say that with our mouth. Like if we you tell your wife, I love you to death. But if she texting and calling and you not responding, your wife is like, this dude is tripping. Then she gonna FaceTime you. Where this dude at? You don't answer the FaceTime, she might show up at your job. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. Because if you don't respond to people, and these is human beings, they gonna feel some kind of way about the relationship. Our relationship with Allah is more important than that. And the way we respond to Him is by reading His book and memorizing it. We should have a tartib where we say, this is what I'm gonna do 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. I ain't gonna take one day off. And then on the day of judgment, Allah is gonna say, well, this person, he responded. He said, he heard. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Alif lam ra. Tilka ayatul kitabul mubin. Allah is saying, these are the verses of a clear book. And this book is clear in its orientation. That's not the right word. But when you read it, it's clear. It's talking blunt. These are the disbelievers. These are the believers. This is the people who went before you. This is what you need to be doing. It's very, very clear. Can we come up, brothers and sisters, inshallah? But not only is the book clear in itself, but the book makes things clear for us as Muslims. The book makes things clear. The book tells us how we got to live our lives. I mean, you know, we see Muslims and non-Muslims, like the mental health rates is off the chart. The mental, like you see, like just like diagnosed mental health is at an all-time high. And it just coincidentally at the same time, when reading religious scriptures, is probably at an all-time low. Like, how many times Christians open up the Bible and read it? I'm not talking about go to church and hear somebody preach it. I'm talking about they actually sit down and open it up and read it. How many times do Muslims Actually open up the book of Allah and read it, because there's shifa in it. Some of the things that we go through, we're going through it by choice, because Allah is saying, here's a better way, and we don't even know what the way is, because we don't open up the book. And so as Muslims, we got to take the opportunity this Ramadan to make sure we're reading Allah's book. We got to make sure that we're reading the book, because it's got to be more important than our wife's text message. It's got to be more important than the last Facebook post. It's got to be more important than our Instagram messages, the DMs, where we spend hours. And when I'm talking about reading the Quran, I'm like, man, read the Quran 20 to 30 minutes a day. That's all I'm saying. Everybody could carve that out. If you can't carve out 20 or 30 minutes, you got the busiest schedule ever. I'm like, you can't carve out 20 minutes? Let's cut the 30 minutes out. Everybody could carve out 20 minutes. But we got to want to do it. And so it shouldn't just be in Ramadan, but Ramadan is very, very important. And Ramadan is like the tune-up. My coworker, she was like, oh, Ramadan's coming up? I was like, yeah, it started already. She's like, oh, we poor Muslims. I was like, nah, man, you know, we happy. She was like, why? I'm like, man, it's like taking a car through for the annual tune-up and oil change. Once you leave, you can feel it. It's rolling nice. It's like smooth. It be like, man, they changed the oil. What you talking about, man? I can feel it. It's driving better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Ramadan that does for us. It's totally our benefit. So definitely, we should try to come out to Taraweeh. MashaAllah, we be having like 5 hafiz. It's like a basketball game. They all switch off, like, you know what I'm saying? They doing better than the Warriors. Like, la ilaha illallah, man. It's like, it's so many hafiz up in here, I don't even lose track. Because I'll be like, okay, it's like 2 more left. That means it's at least 8 more to go. You know what I'm saying? So come on out. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Ramadan is it should also be a time for us to increase in brotherhood and sisterhood. We shouldn't be fasting and just by ourselves the whole month. Like I'm just grumpy. You know what I'm saying? Get out. If they got like iftars happening at the masjid once or twice a week, try to make it. You know, I know sometimes people be like, man, I need that downtime. I've been fasting. I'm going to have to wait for my plate. I'm just going to stay here and eat top ramen. That's cool for some of the days. Some of the days, come out and see the Muslims. Get around the different masjids. Maybe a masjid you ain't been to in a while. Say, well, they having a iftar. Let me go check it out. Watch them masjids in East Oakland, though. I'm just أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidina al-Anbiya'i wa Mursaleen, Nabiyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Yaqulullahu ta'ala fil Qur'an al-Kareem, inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, sallu alayhi wa sallimun taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. So just like one thing about You know, the acts of worship that we do, like we said earlier, they're a benefit for us. But there's a special act of worship. Like when we talk about praying, making salah, we do that. Allah, He doesn't pray 5 times a day. We pray 5 times a day. Allah, He does not fast the month of Ramadan. That's what we do as Muslims. Allah, He doesn't make Hajj. He doesn't make Umrah. He doesn't pay zakat. But there is one act of worship that Allah says that He's constantly doing with His angels. And then He commands us to do it. He says, Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimun taslima Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. So when we hear this, I know there's a difference of opinion amongst the scholars. But even when we're sitting in Jummah prayer, we should send prayers upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our ears should perk up. We should sallu ala nabi. We should send the prayers upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We shouldn't just say, okay, the khutbah's wrapping up. I know this part in the khutbah means I'm about to go back to work. Like, we really want to say it. We want to say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, we should be saying this constantly. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, if you salli upon the Prophet once, then Allah is going to salli on you 10 times with a better gathering. This is a beautiful gathering of Muslims. But there's a better gathering in the paradise right now. So if I say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, Allah is going to say that upon me 10 times. So I know that some people, they don't want to speak in the Jummah prayer. But to make this fast go well, I'm going to say this one more time. And I need people to respond this time. Like if you feel like if you say this, you're going to be punished, don't say it. But if you feel like you want Allah to respond on you in a better gathering than this one, you need to open up your mouth. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimun taslima Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma ihdina fi man hadayt wa afina fi man afayt wa tawallana fi man tawallayt innaka taqdi wa la yuqda alayk. Allahumma ansur al-Islami wa izzil muslimin wa thabit aqdam al-mujahideen fi kulli makan ya Rabbal Alameen. Wa salatu wa salam ala sayyidina al-anbiya wa mursaleen nabiyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam. Aqim as-salah.